Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki. And today, I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable. And please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Sorry I am late. Okay. Please remember to hit that like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Leave comments. Follow us on all our different social media platforms. Share. Sharing is caring. I've been trying to check out this game. I want to see if y'all could help me figure out how to play it. Am I tripping? It seems like the object is like you have teams, like 2 teams, and you got to get everybody to agree with you. I don't know. So I kind of wanted to go through and see what kind of scenarios they offering. Hey, everybody. Give everybody a chance to load up in the room. And I got these cards. I was like, is this the cards that Jonathan Odie was talking about? Yeah, I got that full video too. Let me know if y'all want to see it, the full thing, if you haven't seen it someplace else. But I have the full video without the commentary. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want to review the full video. Otherwise, I need y'all to help me figure out this game. It's called Am I Tripping? Wow. This is an interesting thought. So basically, what I'm supposed to do is read what the situation is, and then I have to kind of answer to it. So the first one is share a true story that happened while shopping that made you wonder. So make sure y'all hitting that like button. I got some trimmed topics, but it's not really much going on. From what I could see, nobody's blew up the internet, but I'm sure it'll be live tomorrow. Oh my God. MC Light is trending. Ooh. Okay, now stuff is starting to pop. Ooh. Yes. So make sure y'all hitting that like button. I'm gonna drop this intro, give people a chance to load up in the room. We're gonna get into the sauce, okay? Like it's always something going on. It is always something going on, and we're gonna figure out how to play this game. Oh, I got a story for this first one. Hey Shay B, agree with your partner. Oh Lord, we're also opinionated. That should be fun. So share a true story that happened while shopping that made you wonder. Okay, I got a story. I was in the supermarket and the line was long, and a woman came up to me and she had one item and she asked to get in front of me, and I said no. Was I tripping? Am I tripping? Yes or no? Was I tripping? It wasn't like she was like hurt or something or elderly. Like she was normal like me. So yeah, I just felt like exercising the right to say no. Like, no. Was I tripping? Let me know in the comments. This game gonna be fun, I think. Share a true story that happened while traveling, plane, train, bus that made you wonder. Let's see. I was in Jamaica with my girlfriend, and let's just say it was stressful to get to the airport, but we got there and there was malfunctions with the airplane, so they delayed our flight. And me and her got into an argument, and she ended up leaving me in the airport, and I ended up sleeping in the airport until the plane took off. Was I tripping? Let's see. Was I tripping, Naughty Crew? We made up when we got back, but all right, here's another one. Last weekend, I took an Uber to meet up with friends at a party, even though several of them drove. I still had to Uber back home because nobody offered me a ride. No, I didn't explicitly ask for a ride, but I feel like they should have offered one because my place is not out of the way. Was this person tripping? Wait, Shaby, you said no? No to both of them? I wasn't tripping? Okay. Was this person tripping? I think this person was tripping because if you wanted to ride, just ask for a ride. Don't expect anybody to have a glass ball and know what's on your mind. This person was tripping. I definitely think this person was tripping. Ooh. Well, I'm in here by myself, so this one won't work. Wow. Yes, Shavy. This one's interesting. This one says, my friend made reservations at a trendy restaurant that required a non refundable deposit, but I felt sick on the day of the dinner and had to cancel. I had every intention of reimbursing my friend, but when I saw her throwing subliminal shots about me on social media, I blocked her instead. Now she is definitely not getting her money back. Was this person tripping? Would you have blocked the person? But if you were a friend, you're supposed to come to me and talk to me. But the subliminal stuff get on my nerves on social media. Just come talk to me like a person. What's up, everybody? I got this new game called Am I Tripping? And I'm trying to see if I want to be able to like how I'm gonna play it with my naughty crew when the time comes. When the time comes, let's see what's going on in Trendy Topics. Let me know if y'all want to see the Jonathan Obai the full video. I got the full video now. It's very telling. He tells a lot more. He talks about Obama. He talks about Trump in that video. It's about 20 minutes long. Exactly. And that's the thing. I need to know who's gonna participate, like when we play this game, so that um we know how to break up the teams because you get to do pairs or you could do two groups. And I think the easier way when we're online is to do the two groups. But so far, so good. I like the scenario. Like this one. My wife spends all her money on her adult family members, so I rarely offer to pick up the check when we go out. She complains that I don't take her out and pay enough, but I know whatever money comes out of my pocket instead of hers will just leave her with more money to spend on others. Is he tripping? I don't think he tripping. Okay, cool. All right, cool, Shavy. I think he not tripping. I think he not tripping. So I think this game gonna be fun. I need to know how many people are gonna participate in advance. I want to do it when we hit our 2K. Most definitely. And we're almost there. We have 1,960. I will play the game on a Saturday. Like on a Saturday, starting at like between 8 and 9 or whatever. And we'll just have fun with it. Hey Mariah. Okay, cool. Cool. It's called Am I Tripping? All right. We play in two groups. And it's different scenarios on the cards. Some of them you have to like tell a story and then you ask your group, are you tripping? And the majority rules or whatever. And it's a drinking game too. So like, if you can't convince everybody, you have to take a shot. So whatever you like to drink, whether it be alcoholic beverage or water, whatever you like to drink. And I guess in the end, we'll all be tripping together. I have to tell you, so I was interested in the Jonathan O'Dye scenario that we saw earlier. And one of the things he mentioned in that interrogation is that Diddy is part of the Boule, which is the black chapter of the Illuminati, which I thought was wow. Like he reveals so much. He reveals so much, and I was like, "Whoa!" And it's a lot more he reveals. I only showed you guys of it this morning, but I was finally able to locate the full video. And child, let me tell you, it was so revealing. Wow, right? Right, Mariah? The things that you're hearing about him lately. So I have the full, but he gets into Trump and everything, and I thought that was important. This is his crime that he committed and why he was locked up. Okay, this is what he did. He ran up into the Trump building with the blicky. Jonathan is off the hook. He is off the hook, okay? This is why he was locked up. This is the full video.
Situation, okay?
You don't have
Time in the United States?
Yeah.
Just my dog Bubbles. My
Just your dog?
Yeah. Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And
Let me see.
And he did?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled
We heard
is a
that.
Harlem supporter.
He's talking about Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. And I told y'all, and another person that mentioned Rick Ross and DJ Khaled, Freddie from the band. He said that Diddy started blackballing him and people wouldn't work with him. And it's because he wouldn't get down. He said that in so many words. Let me know if y'all want me to pull Freddie up. But he mentioned the same names. And I'm watching this like, oh my God. So then I watched the full video and I'm like, oh my God, because we only got bits and pieces or whatever earlier. But yes, chill.
Okay.
Okay.
Who supported?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people.
Okay? The Boule is the branch of Illuminati. The black people, he said. Okay? The black people. Woo, he gave so much away. And for them, see, you got to realize the interrogator's point of view. He just trying to get the information to figure out why he committed the crime he did in the beginning. All right, but he's spilling all this tea in the meantime. He's spilling all this tea or whatever about the entertainment industry. And it corroborates everything Cassie said.
Okay, I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
You my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was my she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay, against Donald Trump. Okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that eliminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country. All right. Basically, what I did. Did you tell him how? Did you explain him about the message? Or
Please elaborate.
Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system of France. Okay? Donald's still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying. Okay, keep going.
It ain't like that. The CIA and then they want to do the same thing that he did to JFK. Okay.
All right.
Why?
Okay, so he's saying they was planning on taking Trump out. Okay. This is just mind blowing. This is mind blowing.
Because they want the United States to fall. They've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States. They want the United States to fall.
See, he's saying they want the United States to fall. People, that's what that movie was saying that I told y'all to watch on Netflix. This one right here. They was talking about this, leave the world behind in this movie. How all these people, they want to gang up on the United States. They want us out of here. I'm serious, Naughty Crew. Like, and for this to come out, that's why I'm like, what the F?
Donald was against their agenda and won the presidency. Okay. He did get help from Russia. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people. Okay. The elections, they weren't fair, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Which is the Republican vote, basically, got him through. Okay. He didn't get the popular vote. Okay.
I hear you.
So basically,
it's called Leave the World Behind. Leave the World Behind. This falls under fair use. Okay, this falls under fair use. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The Netflix movie that I referred everyone to was Leave the World Behind. Okay? He's dropping some deep tear. Listen, everybody.
The interior, he made it. He's president-elect by electoral college. So he made it.
Talking about the vote.
The situation is that,
you know how they tell you, there's the electoral vote and then it's I forget a vote. Well, one's supposed to outweigh another, but it's all bullshit at the end of the day. It's all bull. It is all bull.
he still hasn't kicked out the corruption from the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically, because they all like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few of that run the country. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, I know you may or may not. I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
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 Illuminati. Okay.
Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminate
This is where he breaks it down, okay?
it.
I got you.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. in the group.
Mind programming techniques. Let me tell you, the number one thing, especially in America, they use is mind controlling techniques. They use it with religion, they use it with school, they use it in the entertainment industry. That's the most popular thing. They use it in Scientology, you name it, they use these techniques. House majority, thank you so much. Hey, Michelle. Yes, okay. So let's get into it.
And they
Michelle, we saw only bits and pieces of this morning. And so I found the full video. And when I got the full video, I'm like, oh my God, he talking about more than just Diddy. He talking about the whole Epstein plane, child. Let's get into it, all right?
bond that
The whole flight.
way. Okay, so they do sexual pedophilia. They do animal abuse, killing of animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay,
All right.
the Bohemian Grove, the Bushes go there. George Senior and George, both of them are in the same agenda. They cousins with the Clintons. Okay, so is Donald Trump.
Yes.
He's also a distant cousin. So if you see, there's a direct correlation of the presence of the United States being bonded between family ties. Okay,
Gotcha.
all these family ties, while not go back to the same place, the royal family in England. Okay,
Okay.
the family here of the Illuminati.
Okay, it ties back to the royal family. Oh my God, guys. And it's so funny because I was just telling everybody to go watch this movie. And I felt like it was a message from the Obamas, leave the world behind. All right. And they saying Obama is like Hussein. Allegedly. Allegedly. But yeah, let's get into it.
Are descendants of the royal British family. Okay, they have children between themselves. Why? Because it's they they have that issue. You understand? They want like superiority of the race.
Mm-hmm.
They see it that way, but it backfires them because it makes them simple-minded. You understand? When you have sex with someone in your family, your kids are not gonna come out smart. You understand? They're gonna come out dumb. All right. So Donald turned his back, but he's still trying to negotiate a peaceful way out, and they have an agenda to kill him. Okay. Example: if you look at the Illuminati card games, example. Okay. You look at the game, Illuminati card game.
I'm not familiar with it, so help me understand.
It's a card game.
It's a card game.
That tells you exactly what their agenda is.
Gotcha.
It's called mental pre-programming. That means that you predispose already once you play this, your mind is already predisposed at this happening, and you accepting it.
Okay, playing in your face. That's what they do. They predispose you, and that's exactly what Diddy did. He did it right in our face in plain sight. He was playing this game right in our face, okay? Brother Love. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they have a picture of Donald dead in that game.
So in that game, he's saying there's a picture of Donald Trump not alive.
All right. I'm not crazy.
This is the reason why he ran in the building, pow, with the blicky, okay? That we saw at the beginning of the video.
The picture of Donald Trump. But they also had the Twin Towers. They had everything on there.
Gotcha.
Okay, from A to Z. So it's kind of like a hidden agenda, which they try to make it open to our eyes, but we really don't see it. We're so busy working.
It's kind of like hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy,
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was my own. She, took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay, and he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay. When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything, okay?
All
right. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was.
So y'all heard him. He said he was a slave, and he would hear Diddy talk on the phone handling business. So he heard a lot. All right. You can imagine what he heard all while he's like pleasing Kathy and Diddy. Weird.
That's all. All right. I caught herpes and I came back and I sued for the herpes and won. But they did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Lee.
Okay, that's when he said, yes, he transmitted the herp, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is where it gets juicy.
Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
So he's saying that it was a recording, and he gave it to them, and they accidentally gave it back to him. Bobby was inebriated.
Gotcha.
It's possible. I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He had he drugged Michael and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone last year, okay, in 2017, which who keeps that royalty? The music companies. Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes. which is Griffin Mercedes Shire out of New York.
Okay.
Okay, so what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him, okay, because they know he is very alpha, okay, very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? But it ain't happening because it's too smart for them. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, right?
Don is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his and Obama have a different plan for him. You understand? No offense with Obama.
You heard him? Hillary and Obama had a different plan for Trump.
I love each and every American, but he was part of that 9/11 agenda. He's a CIA agent, an ex-CIA agent. That's why there's so much identity issues with Obama.
Okay, he just said Obama is a CIA agent, and that's why there was so many issues with his identity when he wanted to become president, i.e., the whole birth certificate issue.
Who knows his real name? They say what he was born in Indonesia, and he's also born in Hawaii. Nobody knows why, because he's an ex-CIA agent.
Okay.
Basically, Osama bin Laden never existed. It was a creation of the CIA, and it was Obama in a cave talking shit and looking like an Arab. And then they bombed the Twin Towers. Okay, so my problem is I'm here to expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore, okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying, my settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had, Mark Garrett has had the FBI on me, has had other agents.
So they were basically playing war crimes with him. It's kind of like when you leave an organization, let's just say you decide to leave, because I know Scientology does this. Like they do a lot of retaliation tactics when you leave. And Leah Remini showed that on her series on A&E. You know, they were stalking her and harassing her. Every time she came out of building, they the type of people that'll call paparazzi on you or have a bunch of protesters come and say a whole bunch of belligerent things about you. They were using retaliation tactics. And they basically drove this man crazy. It's wild. And I know it's unbelievable, but that's what made me pay even more attention to what he was saying.
He's looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically, what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worry.
Hamas supporter.
All
Okay.
right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda. Okay.
Okay, he's about to get into the Ciroc agenda and what they expect. But the last person that I expected name to come up in this was DJ Khaled. And what I'm noticing about these industry men, they portray an image out in public and they're living a secret life. But with social media and everything, it started capturing things like you'll never believe. Things like this. What's up, nephew? I just found the full interrogation video, and now he's getting into things about the music industry. But I want y'all to keep this picture in mind. He named Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and he's saying that they all are gay. All right. And now he's getting into the Ciroc experience.
Is basically binge drinking poured out on a yacht. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip hop agenda was supported, was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they killed him, you gain fame. When people, your record sales go up, and then people.
Okay, and now he's laying out like Tupac created the blueprint, and that Obama initiated the hip hop agenda. They did that on purpose, and that's why you seen Beyonce singing the national anthem. That's why you all of a sudden seen so many rappers going into the White House. Kanye went to see Trump. All y'all know what I'm talking about. It was this whole voters initiative to get everybody to vote. They were using every celebrity possible to push that campaign.
People listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous. Okay, that's how they do it. All right. Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in Cuba. Basically, what happens is following. The hip hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to involve the DEA. They move all the dope. Okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by.
Okay, and I make reference to the series Snowfall on Hulu. Okay, Snowfall. It's the same type of setup with the DEA. They're using private jets and boats and everything else to move everything around. They be playing in our face.
By
customs,
by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine. I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. All right, he calls it G, but it's liquid cocaine.
All right.
How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
But let me bring it back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Sure.
I mean, how did all of this? I think I better understand what you're saying. But what I want to know is how did that prompt you? How did that make you do what you did that night?
Well, we're getting to a point that his assassination is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's an agenda they're perpetrating on the media and the news. Example, Madonna is a client of Mercedes, Ben Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
He has her go on public TV and say, "Oh, someone should." I have thought so many times of going up and blowing up the White House.
Gotcha.
Okay, they give her that little message. That little message is Hillary's message, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because Hillary sends it to Gary Ross, and Gary Ross gives it to Mercedes, and they give it to
Gotcha.
the
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
Okay, now
I get all of that.
you're gonna need an internet so I can show you. If I show you the website, you're just gonna go like, oh fuck.
All right. Help me understand you.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 42. I've been through all my life. I've had a great life. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, but he's scared that I was exposed.
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. Help me understand you. I mean, obviously we never met.
I know.
I don't know you from Adam's
I
cat.
know.
I'm trying to, we'll get back to the
Hey,
event.
I got like 30 years ago. I'm good.
Where are you from?
I was born in South Africa.
What town? What city?
Newcastle, the Valley of 1,000 Hills. I'm from Zululand. I'm what you call a Zulu.
Okay.
I was born there, and then my parents were Latin descent from Argentina. They escaped the military dictatorship in Argentina.
Pinochet, all that?
No, the Argentina one. Yeah, my Pinochet was a Chilean one, but
Okay.
I can't remember. It was like a military dictatorship. I can't remember the names.
All right. Well, how many years did you stay in South Africa?
12 years in South Africa, and I stayed 12 years in Argentina, and then I came here to the United States, and I've been here 20 years since.
Okay.
18 years.
Parents, so you got a mother and father?
Dad came and visited me, died here of cancer, and mom went back at home, I think, visiting with my sister in Europe.
Okay. What year did your father pass away?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that have any effect on you? I mean, what was
Not really.
your relationship like with your father?
Well, I suffered a little child abuse when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I believe he's not my real dad, but it's okay,
All right.
I sometimes maybe that's what he thought. I don't know.
All right. And your mother, where's your mother right now?
She's in I think in Argentina or traveling in Europe.
Okay. What's your relationship like with her?
Distant, but distant but nice.
All right. Well, any brothers, any sisters?
Yeah, both. Also distant but nice.
Okay.
They're in Argentina. Well, my brother's in Argentina, my sister's in Europe with my mother.
Oh, so you don't have
family in the United States?
Yeah.
Just my dog Bubbles. My service
dog.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can't with the dog being named Bubbles, yo. I can't. All this serious stuff, and your dog is named Bubbles.
Not married? You're single?
I'm divorced.
You're divorced?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ex-wife is tired of trying one. I told her she's an attorney.
She's an attorney?
Yeah.
Where she live?
In Boca Raton.
In Boca Raton?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she know anything about this? Have you talked to anybody?
Yeah, she kind of knows. But what happened was they've been tapping me so much on my phone through intelligence. I figured out how they tap their iPhones.
Okay.
And basically, it's gone all the way up. And I seen even Hillary knows they've been watching. They've been watching my.
Come back to me. We'll get back into that in just a minute. Let's just stay with your family members and everything.
Sure.
I'm just wondering if you talked to your ex-wife or anybody.
I thought no about what happened about this.
Yeah.
Well, no, this was only me. It was premeditated to give a message to the American public, a wake-up call. It's called a wake-up call. It's like when somebody rings a bell for Americans to wake up. Americans like you, like me, like all of us here.
You said premeditated, so you thought about this. You thought this through?
Yeah.
How long have you been thinking about it?
It's easy. That's like.
Help me understand. I don't.
Well, really,
when you say premeditated, you must have been thinking about it for a while. How long have you been thinking about doing what you did?
Well, when I say premeditated, it means that I went and did it by myself. That's all. And I didn't think about it like for a month.
Okay.
I didn't plan it for a month.
Okay. When you say premeditated, I thought maybe you planned it out. Like
I ran my own personal investigation, which I figured out myself that this is going on, and we're still having issues of corruption at the highest place in our government.
I get that. Now, when you say you did your own investigation, what'd you do?
Basically, out of all the times I went and saw the attorneys, did my research online, and I found out the whole puzzle of their organization.
Okay. All right. So you didn't tell, well, before I ask that question, so you have an ex-wife, you got a girlfriend, you got anybody that you talk to? I'm trying to understand if you got somebody that you interact with on a daily basis.
Yes, I have a good friend, a breakfast buddy. His name is David Gonzalez. And we go to the gym every day. He has nothing to do with what happened Thursday. Though he's a witness, he's gotten shot at by them, and he's a witness that Ross came and threatened me at my house post-settlement. After we settled, Diddy sent Ross, and I asked him to go see if that was Ross, and he confirmed the identity.
So after they settled, this is why, like, it's pretty dangerous for Cassie, because after they settled, they started threatening him.
So Gonzalez, he can back up what you're saying about P. Diddy and Ross and all that? Okay, all right. And you said Gonzalez didn't know anything about what you did? You didn't talk to him before?
Nothing.
Okay.
He knows nothing. He was actually worried about me. He's like, hey, what's up? And I told him, look, man, what's happening is he's trying to cool things down, but then the feds have been harassing him. The feds. They have a big file of me like this, the feds. Since because P. Diddy and Mark Garagos have been trying to set me up and lock me up as an extortionist, asking for money. It was not so. My settlement was breached, and my settlement terms is one was called peaceful enjoyment. That means that if I went to your house or I did something, you'd have to pay me the full amount.
I get all that.
So I've been going through that since like 2012. So.
All right, and Gonzalez knows about that. You talked to him about that kind of stuff.
I talked to him alone because he's the only one that knows since the beginning. Gotcha. And then my ex-wife, she knows she saw the contract. She has a contract, a picture of a contract. Tony Trama. You need to call her and ask her for a copy of the settlement agreement.
Okay, all right. Where do you live at? Where's your house? Or
really close. Unit 177, just down the road from Trump's. You see, I want you to live close to Trump because I know they don't like being.
So, nephew, since you were late, this is the male escort that Diddy and Cassie used to hire for the FOs, freak off. And he ran up in the Trump building with the blicky and started doing what it do with it. And so, okay, once he's arrested, I guess they give him a mental evaluation and they bring him in for interrogation. And he reveals all it is, that he was a SDX slave to Cassie and Diddy, and Rick Ross and DJ Khaled are all gay, and they use the yachts and the private jets to transport the DRUGS, and they use the liquor as a cover to transport liquid white girl, the cocoa. You know what I mean? He's revealing so much. He revealed about the Illuminati and how they play this card game. And the black chapter of the Illuminati is called Brûlé. Okay? And for those of you who don't know what Brûlé is, it goes back to fraternity and fraternity days, okay? Sororities and fraternities or whatever, secret societies or whatever. And a lot of the prominent men, especially African Americans, they are all a part of the Brûlé. All right. And he revealed they have this card game where, like, they'll show you in your face what it is, but all along they'll be plotting behind your back to take you out. That's how this game goes. And he said in those cards, Trump comes up dead in the cards. And these people, like, once they make up their mind, they could do whatever they want to you. And that's what's going on with Trump. Like, he won't play ball with them because Trump is his own person. And so, like, they're trying to assassinate old boy. Okay? You got it? So this is the full interrogation tape, because this morning I only had snippets. And I had to use another commentary, another YouTuber, and her commentary was in it. So it was hard to get the gist of everything. So now I have the full tape, and he reveals so much about how Osama bin Laden doesn't even exist. That was a whole made up story. And Obama that's how they got him in the country. It's mind blowing.
Goes to Trump. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like that. So that's why I went to Trump's.
Okay, all right. You got a roommate? You
Just
live
myself.
alone? Okay, all right. How do you get around? You got a car?
Yeah,
Motorcycle, anything like that? You got a Jeep?
It looks like a military Jeep.
Okay. Where is that Jeep right now?
Police have it in custody.
Okay, all right. We'll get back to the Jeep in a minute. Tell me about your employment. What do you do for work right now?
Okay, right now I'm self-employed. I work with minerals and gemstones. With my own company called Pegasus Mineral Trading.
Okay.
That I inherited from my father. Previously, I've been.
Well, before you go any further, do you have like an actual office someplace, or you work from home?
Work from home.
Okay, so you pretty much like online.
Yeah.
Business.
Yeah, but I get busy 2 seasons a year, like really busy. I get September and February, so it's like 15 days nonstop each one, and then it's like just slide it.
Well, where I'm going with that is if you work from home, do you have a computer? Do you
No,
work on a telephone? How do you do business?
What I did is I threw away everything I had because.
Well, before you go, what is everything? What did you, when you say you threw away everything, what's that?
My documents, everything I had, because I know they've been trying to follow me, and I just don't want.
And I just want to remind you guys, especially the ones that just joined, some of the similarities, because this all we're doing is using this for educational purposes. Diddy has not been charged with anything criminally. This is all alleged. Okay, let me put my banner up. This is all alleged, but this is from 2017, 2018. This interview, and everything he's saying corroborates a lot of what's in Cassie's lawsuit. And I just want to bring you to French Montana. Remember, his private jet was raided a couple months back. It was raided and searched. And you know what? They must have been tipped off because they didn't find anything on it. Okay, here it goes. Let me stop sharing here. And French Montana is connected to Diddy. Remember, him and Diddy had a relationship. Diddy gave him like $1 million. Here's the TMZ article. This was I'm trying to find the date. This was in October 31st of this year. Drug search on my plane in Colombia. What is Colombia known for, Naughty Crew? The cocoa, okay? French Montana is flying private, but his travel plans are still coming with headaches because he says authorities in Colombia searched his jet for narcotics. The rapper says he was trying to fly out of South America country Tuesday, but he was grounded at the airport while officers combed through his plane in search of the cocoa. French posted videos of the encounter with law enforcement, and you see a handful of police officers going through the plane along with a drug trafficking sniff dog. He's keeping a cool head about it for the most part. Okay? So they may have been tipped off because, I mean, they got people in high places, but this is how he's saying. And all you do is see Diddy post with a yacht in a yacht picture. All of these rappers. All of these rappers. Let's get back into the video. Also, Freddie from, and I'll see if I can find that clip. Freddie from the band. Those are names he named. He was like DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, damn Diddy, you got in the way of that. He blackballed him. And he knew all of them, got introduced to them, and he was wondering why they didn't bring him on. Because Diddy stopped it. Because they all under Diddy. Period.
I got you. No, I think I understand, but I mean, what I'm trying to understand is how can you have a business and not have a computer or work the phone?
Oh, I haven't. I just threw them away the same day. I threw it all away.
You threw what away?
My computers and everything.
Well, where do you throw them away at?
The garbage.
And your garbage? And your...
Yeah, because they've been spying on me through that. They spy on you through your computer, through your iPhone. They spy on you through your TV screen, the cameras. Even if they off, they manage to do it. It's called intelligence. The CIA is available, can do anything.
Let me make sure I understand you now. Now, when you say you threw them away, you threw them into like a dumpster, or did you just throw them away in your trash can and you threw them away in the dumpster?
In my trash can.
Okay. Well, exactly what was it? Just like one computer?
No, everything. My documents, the cell agreement, my computer, everything. I threw the TV, everything that they had been surveilling me on, I took it off because I wanted them to be in the dark.
Okay.
Because they've been watching me. So now they kind of freaked out. They kind of spooked out. But it needed to be done. And Donald needs to do his presidency correct. And he needs to know that these people are running him into the ground, running the country into the ground.
All right, we're going to come back to that. I'm not done with that. But I'm trying to help you and I'm trying to understand you, your daily routines, your business, that kind of stuff.
But I'm very different than you. I'm very intelligent.
Okay.
We all are very intelligent.
I can see that, yeah.
The thing is, you've been fed the wrong foods and medicines which blind you, okay? Most of the pharmaceutical industry is bogus, okay?
I agree with you, yeah.
I can tell you right now, they have you popping pills and they poison you slowly so you die, okay? That's the truth. You don't need any medicine. You're strong. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your body is called, the only way to come out now is called immunotherapy. That's all you need. Vitamins, immunotherapy. That's all you need.
All right.
About my work ethics. Okay, previous places I've worked at. In the United States. Well, do you want to know all of them or?
Oh, as much as you can tell me, help me understand.
You
said you work for Pegasus right now, right? But you threw away all your stuff.
Yeah, because it's a family business. Really simple. It's just like I just need to use Square Cash.
Let's go back. What did you do before Pegasus?
I worked. I took a break off during the summer. I did my research. I took care of my dad. He had died. Before that, I did real estate investments with Section 8 properties, but I started getting harassed. So, because they threatened to sue me, I sold the properties. Before that, I worked for RG Electronics. I was the top producer, the top salesman of TVs in 2012, in the last quarter. Before that, I worked for a company called MA Labs, out of the Well here in 87th. They computer components manufacturers. Before that, I worked for SMT of America, which is Micron out of Idaho. They semiconductor artificial memory chips, DDR memory basically. Before that, I worked as a self-employed trading electronics, South America. Before that, I came here as an internship as an accounting manager for the Pier House Resort in Key West, Florida.
Okay, all right.
Do you hear his resume? Jesus, he's all over the place.
So pretty much all those jobs were in South Florida, in Miami area?
I was staying in South
Florida.
Okay.
Where'd you go? You
school.
College? You go?
I went to University of Salvador, which is the same school as the Pope we have right now. I studied travel industry management, business and travel industry management. Okay. But then I went into the electronics sector.
Okay, all right.
That's what's been brought.
Okay, all right. Do you have anybody that you can think of that you used to work with that you trust? Anybody, any former coworkers? Anybody that you would reach out to if you ever needed help at any of those jobs?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm pretty self-confident. I mean, I have my head on my shoulders and I know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, I know you all think this is bogus, or you may not yet understand it. But look, I got 3 bullet holes.
I got you.
I did this for the country. Trust me, I feel great.
Okay.
And I'll do it any day. Because at least I avoid a president getting shot. And at least I avoid other dummies trying to fuck up our country. Excuse my language.
No, you're good, man.
And my people. Because my Americans are my people.
Okay.
I have issues with people, and that's all my people.
All right. Tell me. All right. Let's go back to Thursday night, Friday morning. Before you did what you did,
Well,
what was your state of mind? I mean, what were
it
you
was
thinking?
cool as ice. I went there. I knew what I was doing. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and my point was, take down the flag and put it in the front desk and call the police, shoot the chandelier to tell them to stop getting Saudi Arabia money.
All right.
That's all, because Obama is behind him. So is Hillary. Okay? So he's got to stop taking the Arabian money because he's letting everything slide. He's letting Obama stand right behind him, and so Hillary. He knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who they are. So does the CIA. Maybe the Secret Service doesn't because you all work for the president, correct?
Right.
You only work for the president. Correct?
Some other people, but mainly the president, right?
Exactly. So the problem is you're his circle, the CIA, and then a different circle.
Well, let me rephrase that. We don't work for him. We provide a service to protect him.
Exactly. That's why I want you to talk, and I would like this to be told to Donald Trump. Tell him I'm a supporter of him. I love him. I don't hate him. I know what his issues are. He has an issue right now with him that's bugging him a lot. It's called Stormy Daniels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it bugging him so much?
Why is it bugging him so much? Whew. And let me tell y'all, when we listened to that reading for governors, remember she ended the reading? See, y'all done pissed Trump off. Y'all done pissed Trump off. That's why it's all this chaos. And that's why I think a lot is being revealed. Because they pissed Trump off. And he ran up in there to try to, I guess, save Trump, according to him.
Why is he lying to the people? Why is Donald lying to the people about a story?
And how does that make you feel personally?
I know the truth. I think it's a dummy situation. I think he should put his pants up and explain to the American people what's the problem is. Story was sent by Gervas to Avenatti. Okay, they know each other because I know Christopher's been talking to Gervas for years. They've been doing, my attorneys here, Mace Laura, they've been doing business. They've been getting referrals for years after I cut the deal with Diddy. They made friends and they be doing deals.
I understand
and
all that.
They threw me into the feds
Well,
for conspiracy of something that I had not done. I was claiming breach of settlement. Now, the way the story is, it works as the following. Donald has an issue. His doctor prescribing Propecia. You know what Propecia is?
it's the skin or the hair.
Hair growth thing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay? So basically what happens when you take Propecia, your dick goes limp. But limp because you're taking Propecia. He has air issues. His doctor, birthday, slipped the Propecia out, okay? So for him, Stormy's story is bad news because it's embarrassing. That's why he's going crazy with that. It's not that he's lying to the American people. He's embarrassed about Stormy's situation, okay? He paid her, and she's coming back with some bullshit stories, okay? Trying to expose and defame the president, so he falls for that.
Hey guys. Okay, guys, that is the full interview. Jonathan Odie, the interrogation in South Florida. He revealed a lot. He revealed a lot. I just had to share it with you guys, okay? And Harpier has responded to the lawsuit, as you all know. He was charged in the SA case and charged with R word in the cases. So let's see what Harpier has to say. That was a lot. That was a lot. So this is quoted from Hot News Hip Hop. Harpier quotes and says, "This is a tale of fiction. According to the media outlets, I've never participated in, witnessed, nor heard of anything like this ever. These disgusting allegations are false, a desperate attempt for financial gain. I will vigorously protect my reputation and defend my name." Well, it sounds like the same thing Diddy said, Pierre. It sounds like the same thing Diddy said. It's your typical gaslighting narcissistic response. I'm not going to take any accountability. Nothing's my fault. Everybody's lying. That's his position. That's his position. As I said this morning, I smell a Rico, not a crew. I smell a Rico coming on the rise. And if this guy, I wonder if Jonathan Odie is still alive. Let's look it up. Let's see. So he shot at Trump at the national. Let's see, 5 fast facts that you need to know. It doesn't say. The last article mentioned of him. Let me see. He's 51. I don't know why there's no picture there. It's saying it's over hours, man. He was born in South Africa, but Italian heritage. He was 42 in 2018. Which that was 5 years ago. So that makes him 47 now. Hey, Latoya. We just got finished watching the Jonathan Odie, the full interview from this morning, the one I had snippets. Oh, wait. Kim sent me something too. Let me see what this was about. Oh, this Mark Hillary talking about Diddy was jealous.
I'm in the Bahamas, run across a girl. He like, Mark, where you get this girl from? I said, I got her from the club. He said, she kind of bad. He said, if you give your girl to me, I'll give you one of my girls. I said, Puff, I can't give you no girl. I said, but if I walk away and she like you, then that's what it is. But I walk away and go to the store and leave her in the studio. I come back and she boot up with you and y'all together. I'm gonna be like, hey, okay, I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. So I come back, the girl mad. She said, why you leave me here with this creep? I said, well, it's Puff Daddy. Who else? I couldn't even leave you with someone better. I thought you would be happy. She was like, no, I'm not happy. I don't like this dude. I said, damn, then he's looking at me. He was like, yo, get out of my face, because you know what I do to girls like this? I was like, I don't know, but he was already ready to hit her. He was like, I spit on her. So then she was like, well, I told him I ain't like him, but I got a twin sister. I'm in the Bahamas, run across a girl. He like,
Okay, so Puffy is jealous. So it looks like he was definitely charged. He was held without bond. Let's see.
A new man accused of opening fire inside of Trump National Doral appearing in court today. Jonathan Odie facing several charges. Police say he started yelling about the president, then fired shots in the hotel lobby. Local 10 News reporter Madeline Wright has been there. She was there when Odie faced the judge.
What bond are you seeking? Because I don't think $20,000 is high enough.
The judge raised Jonathan Odie's bond to $1 million for each count of attempted murder on a police officer. Police say on Friday he opened fire inside President Donald Trump's luxury hotel.
Sir, I'm ordering that you stay away from the Trump National Doral Hotel.
Police say that's where Odie stole an American flag from, and that he went into the lobby yelling anti-Trump remarks before shooting the ceiling and chandeliers. Police say he then got into a gun battle with responding officers who shot him in the legs, sending him to the hospital.
There were more than, I believe, two uniformed officers, in addition to the unarmed security guard who threatened to kill as well.
The 42-year-old is also charged with aggravated assault, burglary, criminal mischief, grand theft, and creating a false fire alarm. The last one he actually admitted to when his public defender tried to get the charge dismissed.
I didn't see necessarily the alarm pushing, but that might have been push alarm.
You know, sir, everything's being recorded. If you want to speak, it's fine. I'm happy to listen. Your attorney turned the microphone off, though. Probably a wise move.
Is it going to be gone?
Wow. Let me see. Let's see if he was convicted. What he was convicted of. Because let me tell you, it's not much on here as of recently. State versus Odie. Court of Appeals of Ohio, 5th District, Delaware, October 28th of 2002. It was a judgment entered on appeal from Delaware court. Mm-mm. I don't know if that's him. Let's see if they got an article on his sentence. Miami. That was 2018. All the articles about him are formally charged, but there's no articles because this was 2018. We in 2023. Wouldn't it be an article on him being sentenced? They have that he was booked. No, nothing on him being sentenced. That's weird to me. That's definitely weird to me. Don't take this long unless he in hiding with the FBI. Maybe that's the informant. And didn't one of the didn't Sloan Bella say something about Amel coming forward? Mm. Let me see what this says. Yeah, that's okay. That's it. Let me share this with you guys. Sloan Bella, she right, Swirl Gang. I'm sorry. From 2018 to now, we would have saw like a mugshot, a sentencing, a something, right? By now, everything it's only just leads back to that interrogation and when he was initially arraigned. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else after that. I find that weird. But let's hear what Sloan has to say. She's the one that predicted that something was coming down the pipe, and she predicted it to the day.
The
Wait, let me just. Fair use.
And there are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did. The bodies that are buried. Okay. So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. Talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it. There is political connections to him in other countries and this country. They're going to speak about it. He will not be able to spend his money. That huge amount of wealth. I mean, what are you going to spend that on? But do you ever wonder why these people only donate to specific organizations in a specific way? And there are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did. The bodies that are buried. Okay. So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. Talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it. There is political connections to him in other countries and this country. They're going to speak about it. He will not be able to spend his money. That huge amount of wealth. I mean, what are you going to spend that on? But do you ever wonder why these people only donate to specific organizations in a specific?
Okay, and in Jonathan's interrogation video, he named a lot of political ties. Okay. Let's hear what she has to say about Kim Porter. Hold on. She said something about the male victims coming forward. Pence. Mm-hmm. Shaving.
So somebody came to help her out of that. I actually see that energetically. Now, when we're talking about the way that P. Diddy allegedly, but it's not alleged, it's actually factually, everybody says allegedly. If people would talk in realistic terms, because people know enough about P. Diddy to know that that is how he treated her. It's not really alleged. It's like out there. Okay. And it's especially out there now. He settled immediately. Now, I wanted to focus on the energy of Kim to see how she felt about it. And I want everybody to understand that she really focuses on her children and their heart and how they're going to feel because they're protective of their father. They want to have a connection with their family members. They lost their mother. So when you lose your mother and you have a mother and father, you have other family too, but they're not your mother and father. So there's sadness from her part around that because the sadness is that her kids were left in this predicament where that is their surviving parent. There's also a tremendous amount of sadness from her about her family, in particular siblings and mother, who cannot get past what happened to her, cannot get over it. And it's not that you get over that. You don't get over the death of a child or a sibling, but they are stuck. And the reason they're stuck is because they want the truth. And she's acknowledging this, and the truth is slowly trickling out. So they are going to get the answers that they want. And I'm also being told that there is somebody looking into the physical traits of Kim, meaning whatever physicality they have. I don't know if they had a toothbrush with toothpaste. I don't know if they had hair from her hairbrush. I don't know what they have, but they have physical written documentation. Okay. Like as in somebody recorded her talking or she recorded it. And they have some sort of evidence with her physical body. So this is either something the coroner collected or it was collected before, but you can run tests on it. The family 100% feels that she didn't die of, quote, the natural causes that they said. And they would be right. It was too easy to say she died like that. This is what bothers her. This bothers her. She tries to talk to her family. She tries
And I told y'all in one of my previous lives, like, I just feel like Kim's soul cannot rest because she has so much unfinished business. And I really feel like she's trying to protect her children. I really do. But she's using her tools here to speak for her. I believe that in my heart of hearts. Because of the level this is on with them doing rituals and things like that, I feel like her soul is trapped here. She can't rest.
Nice to talk to them. She's kind of funny. I'm sure all of our loved ones try to do that, but the family will feel her and will have a sense of knowing she's there. But the level of sadness that they feel worries her quite a bit. So she's very, very aware of that. When I mention her former boyfriend, the energy pulls back. So she's not so focused on him. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming, is what she said. I knew this was coming. It was set into motion going back 16 years. He had a 16-year climb. I don't know what happened in 2007, but he had some sort of a shift energetically, and he took a choice or made a choice that took him on the wrong path. He was already on the wrong path, okay? Starting with a J-Lo thing in the club. That is why her career kicked off, because when you keep your mouth shut around P. Diddy, you get rewarded, right? So,
wow, what happened in 2006? Was that the city? Hold on, let me look it up. City College riots? When did that happen? Stampede. That was 1991. She said in 2006. That was 2001. So they dated for 2 years. They started in 1999. And she cited his infidelity as the cause of the breakup in an interview in 2003.
whatever happened in 2007 was so noted on an energetic level. You cannot escape the frequency of your actions, even if you escape repercussions on earth. You cannot escape frequency. So no matter what you do or say, no matter how you approach things, you cannot escape what you've done. Like if you go out down the street and there's no motive for you to do something to somebody and you rob them and, run them over, if people don't see you and you're not connected to them, obviously they're not going to know who you are because there's no motive. So how would you?
No, thank you. I don't smoke or drink or curse or do drugs anymore. I'm rehabilitated.
Let's skip that and go back to slow.
Have repercussions for that if nobody could catch you. So P. Diddy's girlfriend, Cassie, this one that just came out in the media for the horrific abuse she suffered, horrific abuse, and trauma bond and drugged and dragged through the mud and blackmailed. First thing, young ladies out there, and I've said this my whole life, I don't care if you're a sex worker, I don't care if you have orgies, I don't care how many people you sleep with. Don't you carry shame with it. Even if some guy drugged you and you did it, you're like, what the fuck did I do? Speak it so they can't control you. Very important. P. Diddy is operating off of a frequency that is fear-based, and it does one of two things when he does this. When he has a relationship with a girl like Cassie, number one, she's young and she's basically pliable, okay? So there's a huge age difference there. because women his own age might not be as impressed with him. Okay. So she assumes that he's coming at her in a relationship in an authentic way. Although I will say, I feel like she was forced into the relationship with P. Diddy from someone else. And by forced, I mean someone introduced them and kind of said, this is expected of you. If you want this to happen, this is expected of you. So I don't feel it was like a love at first sight thing for her. I feel like she was doing what she.
So the producer that she worked with first, he brought her in. And now they announced a world tour. I didn't report on it because I'm like, I don't Ryan Leslie. So he basically groomed her and told her probably, you want your career popped off, you better do whatever he say. And then now all of a sudden, Ryan Leslie alleges he and Cassie Ventura are preparing for a musical comeback. That could be clickbait. World is Cassie Ventura is allegedly set to make a triumphant return to music scene, and she's not doing it alone. After a decade-long legal battle that recently concluded with the settlement against Sean Diddy Combs, Cassie is teaming up with ex-boyfriend and former collaborator Ryan Leslie. This don't sound right. This don't sound right. How we know Diddy didn't put this out? Do y'all know he was using his platform to harass Cassie? And that's why she had to do the drop on him. Remember she said in her response, like, this was about gaining back control? Ooh, child. The propaganda out here. And when I saw that, I was like, I don't believe it. Because if I was her that went through all of that, I wouldn't want nothing else to do with the industry. That's just me. I'm saying.
Done with it like almost instantly. The blackmailing, the trafficking, the drugging, that's what trafficking is. Keeping somebody against their free will, especially when they're not sober, and forcing them into actions and situations that go against their moral compass in order to degrade them and then control them with said actions that degraded them. So don't let anything degrade you. Take responsibility for what you do and say, I was fucked up. I was drugged. He drugged me. That's not really your responsibility, but you can say it and start speaking it. That removes his power. What he's doing to her is a form of vampirism. He's not biting her neck and sucking her blood. That's not what I mean. But energetically, he's enjoying it and he's pulling her energy to him because he's controlling it. That's what he likes to do. Now, here's an interesting twist in this. He settled so quickly, obviously, because he didn't want to go into court. She didn't want to go into court either. I wouldn't want to go into court. I wouldn't want them calling me all kinds of names like, why didn't you leave? I mean, they're not well versed on trauma bonds and all kinds of things that happen that we have now become to understand what these things are. A lot of us through family circumstances, all kinds of things. And when you add drugs to it, you really don't have your free will. Now, the reason that everybody and their cousin drugs their abuse victims. Okay, you hear that all the time. The girl got in the car, they gave her drugs, they shot her up, they put drugs in her coffee, they put drugs in this, she acted weird, they drugged her, they roofied him. The reason you hear that so much is when the drugs enter the physical body. Okay, so your physical vibration, which is in tune with your etheric body. But
thank you, James. James made a point. He said Ryan Leslie debuted in 2007. Remember, Sloan said there was a shift around 2006, 2007. And was that shift because he delivered Cassie to the devil?
But the etheric body is kind of just visiting here, meaning for 80 years, 70 years, whatever, we're alive. Our spirit body then can leave the physical. So in order to get control of a physical vessel, look at your body like a car, but in order to get control of it, If you drug a person, roofie them, give them drugs, give them too much alcohol, whatever it is, too much weed, too much anything, whatever it is, their etheric body.
The first time you made a sale online was also the first time you heard of a town named.
Sloan Bella is giving it to us. She be on point. Governess be on point too. I want to listen to hers again.
From the lining of the physical body splits. So there's a doorway in there. Now let's look at this in a different way because I've tried to explain this to people.
So you know how they say, like, when you are under the influence of any substance, it just basically kind of opens up your soul. And you're just very vulnerable at this point. And anything can, any type of energy can, you can accept any type of energy in that state of mind. And that's what I believe she is explaining.
The best way I know how to explain it is if somebody's going to rob your house, they look for several things. First, they look for nobody to be home. Okay. So like if you're home and you got a shotgun and a German Shepherd, they're probably not going to break into your house. I mean, they can, I've heard of it, but not usually. If the door is slightly open and not locked, a window, a door, a garage, you will find that they go in through, the person will say, oh, I left the window open for the cat or whatever. And the people will rob the house in that fashion instead of just like breaking the glass and jumping in. When you drug a person, the door is left slightly open. The etheric body gets a tear in it, and it's very easy to open that door and to take access energetically. I'm speaking strictly energetically. Also understand that unless your vibrations are completely tight like this, okay, so think of people who have hip problems. And
this is why they have to keep spiked drinks and keep you inebriated so that they can suck your energy. These are energy vampires in the industry. These are energy vampires, and they feed off the weak so that they can feel powerful, if that makes sense.
When they walk, their body is not tight and forward motion. There's always a focus on what they can't move. If you look at people that have need hip surgery, they kind of pull that side of the body with them. It's not a fluid movement together in harmony. That's what happens when they get into your body with drugs. So drugging people is like 101 to take over the frequency. Now, a lot of people drug people to get their own way on earth. This P. Diddy drugs people for frequency control. I want complete frequency control of whoever. And it's not just Cassie, it's not just Kim Porter, it's so many other people. And by the way, in P. Diddy's case, the sodomy ritual, yes, the ritual that they use in order to conjure up energy, call it sexual magic, call it black magic, call it whatever you want, but they do that. Okay, so never think that it's crazy and people don't do it. It goes all the way back to Egyptian chimes. It goes all the way back before Jesus. It goes all the way back. They do all kinds of energetic. It seems stupid to us if you say, I'm going to sacrifice somebody. That seems dumb.
That's why it's not good to sleep with a lot of people, because you take on that energy, and sex is one of those ways that it opens you up energetically and you're vulnerable. Okay. And so every time you lay with someone, you take some of that energy with you. Both of you are exchanging energy, and that's why it's supposed to be sacred. It's not for everybody.
It's like sacrifice them for what? But energetically, they're taking that energy. They are consuming that energy. When that happens, they get more energy. Now, what I'm seeing, and this is specifically coming from the energy of Kim, because I've been asking about it. She was actually...
Recordings just got better.
I think I'm starting to hate that commercial.
see her energy, okay, she's a strong, vibrant, articulate, even in spirit woman. And she wants her family to know she's okay. And she also wants people to know that this is not done, and that what's going to happen with P. Diddy over the next 4 years, it's a 4-year progression. So we're in almost 2024. So go to 2028 or thereabouts. What's going to happen to him is his vibration is moving this way and sideways, while the rest of the people are leveling up and to the opposite direction. So what she's showing me is that he will be forgotten about, which seems impossible because he's been all over the news like a crazy person, and is very famous and very wealthy. Another thing that I'm being shown is that he doesn't own all his wealth. It's a weird thing to say. He's got allegedly $700 million, if not more. That's just like, I mean, that's going back into the mid 2000s when they guesstimated that. It's not his money I'm being shown. So when they tell you these people have that money, he cannot do what he wants with all that money. That's a trick. It's a trap. It doesn't exist. I'm being told it doesn't exist. That does not mean he doesn't have 13 homes, a bunch of nice ass clothes, cars, Lamborghinis, women, tricks, every equipment. He is given.
We talked about this morning, Naughty Crew. Ron Burkle, who is his sugar daddy, has been bankrolling him from years back into the Sean John days. All right. He has a billionaire as a sugar daddy that bankrolls his life. Shout out to Tisa Tells, honey.
Given those things with part of the money, but he doesn't have control over it all. And they are siphoning it for him right now. I'm seeing it like a milkshake, and there's a straw, and his wealth is being sucked. So by him agreeing to pay Cassie off, the others are coming behind until there's a complete and utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men. Okay? 3. So there's going to be a takedown that comes in with that. And he's going to try to step away. They're not done. And here's another thing I'm being shown. Okay? I don't know how to word this. This to me reminds me of like a binding spell in voodoo. And I don't know what I'm talking about with that, but his mouth is being sewn up. So when I see his face, the image I get is the mouth is being sewn up. So he is going to be unable to speak for some reason. I can't talk. I cannot speak for myself anymore. This to me sounds like a losing of faculties, a losing of thought, a losing of thinking. I cannot speak, but it's sewed up around his mouth. That's actually how I'm seeing it. They're going to stitch his mouth shut. Why? I ask why. This is how it works for me. So when something hits me, I get impressions, and I just express those impressions. I could be right. I could be wrong. Obviously, nobody's 100% right. It's always worked this way for me. So when I ask him energetically, meaning in my head, however you want to word that, when I ask her why his mouth is being sewn up, it's because of his mentors, and they don't want it coming out over here, even though some of them are outing themselves. These are old guys connected to old style Motown. And she's showing me that he's being shut up from outing them or from speaking about them for some reason. So there's a hierarchy going on here, and there's a total takedown of him. He is being sacrificed. So he may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with.
Okay, remember when Odie said that they'll play in your face and they'll let you know in plain sight and you don't even know what's happening? Listen to Sloan. That's not that interrogation corroborated a lot.
Him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame, March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb. There's something else that's going to come up with him. We are not done. It is a complete takedown, and then you will see this man's energy. So his 3 close right-hand people, and I have no idea who they are. I don't know who he considers close. There might be people he's seen within public, and they might not actually be his 3 right-hand men. His responsibility goes long and far, but on a frequency level, astral level, which means when the physical body stops breathing, we step out into the realm around us. So it's like stepping into the air, into the ethers, except there's a doorway into another energy frequency. That's all it is a frequency, like a radio station. Okay. So when we're talking about it, he steps into a different frequency and they are blocking him. So you're not going to be able to connect with his energy as you evolve. I mean, you, the people, we, the people, all of us are not going to understand like where his power's gone, because it's going to be so obvious that we don't focus on him. And as a result of that, he cannot continue to do what he does. That is the balancing of karma. It's balance. Karma is not vindictive, it's balance. So when somebody is not responsible for the repercussions on earth and think they can just shove it under the counter, there is a strong female connected to Kim who's going to come out with more information, and it involves her family members and him. Okay. Strong thing. A lot of people knew what this man did. That was confusing to me because I understand money and power. And I understand, as is the case with Harvey Weinstein, a lot of people knew what was going on and nobody said anything until everybody said everything. We're seeing the same takedown. The time frame that we're in, Earth or this planet, is evolving, and it is a spiritual war. So if you are harming the essence and frequency of another person and you continue to do it right now, your repercussions are to be removed from that frequency. Now, what does P. Diddy need most? He needs our attention, our admiration. He needs us to pay attention to him. He needs us on a frequency level. So this is what's happening to him. He's not, people are not going to respond. Like, he can walk down the street and people will not notice him. I mean, they might, but it's not going to be the same where people are like, oh my God. And there are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did. The bodies that are buried. Okay. So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. Talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it. There is political connections to him in other countries and this country. They're going to speak about it. He will not be able to spend his money. That huge amount of wealth. I mean, what are you going to spend that on? But do you ever wonder why these people only donate to specific?
Okay, so we heard all of this part before. Go over to Sloan Bella and subscribe. All right, I just think she hit the nail on the head. Also, governance. I got to give credit to governance. Yeah, he's losing all his brands. Let me see if I can find hers. Ooh, tough. He posted an hour ago. I hate to miss him. I'm gonna check that out after Naughty Crew. It's crazy because one night I had went out just to have a drink, and I was just listening to Phyllis Hyman at the place I was at. You know how to love me, yeah. Mm. And I walk in, turn on the TV, and Governess is on doing a live um dissertation where she's talking to Phyllis Hyman. So I thought that was crazy weird. Like, oh my God. It was a soul connection, excuse me. Ooh, I have to look for governance, but I wanna check out Tough TV, okay? And I'm not going to play his video. We'll listen to audio. I just got to see what he says, guys. Like, I cannot, like, ooh, I see AT2 just posted. And I always said Cassie was in danger. This is like a very, very dangerous time for her. When you take power away from a narcissist, they have nothing but vengeance. It says Denny was hired a monster. Okay, let's hear this, guys.
Hace 25 años lo coronaron. 3 generaciones han bailado su música. What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and decide on this topic. And I know, guys, you don't have to give me a lot of flack in the comments. Let me say it for you. We're tired of discussing Diddy. And notice I said
I'm not.
I'm tired too. But at the end of the day, I got some more extraordinary news in regards to some receipts that Kim had on this dude. And I'm going to give it to y'all, right? Because it's very interesting. Now, just to let you guys know, I am working on some other things. I have some captivating news in regards to Jay-Z and Beyonce being tied to certain scenes with Diddy. Yep, they're not innocent in all of this at all. I have some major news in regards to that, so you guys need to stay tuned for that. And that will be coming in the next coming days. I'm just trying to work out all the kinks and things of that nature to be able to present it on a platform like YouTube, right? Now, I'm also working to bring you guys some electrifying news in regards to TD Jakes and Diddy's relationship and what's really...
Not the queen. I was watching Celestial Charity reading, and she did a reading on how Beyonce feels about Jaguar. Let's just say it was very interesting. There was a lot of, she wants to pull away, but she can't because he's controlling the situation. And when you have children with your mates, you have to have their permission to take the children out the country. It gets complicated. And let's just say she made reference to, like, Beyonce has been watching Jaguar's footage. Tough TV news is the truth, y'all.
Going on. Now, when it comes to Bishop TD Jakes, I really don't want to put this information out. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy some years ago, and he was very cool and down to earth, but he did give me the vibes like, hey, I'll have a drink behind closed doors. I live a worldly life behind closed doors. That's the vibe I got off of him. I could be completely wrong. He just seemed...
False prophet. I'm telling you, false prophets, especially with these mega churches. Ooh.
So chill, but when you have this wife suspecting that something foul is going down, that's not a good look for the bishop. So it is what it is. But anyway, what I want to do right here is insert this clip. This is some more information that was dug up in regards to Diddy's past. And I encourage you guys to sit back and watch this clip in its entirety. And then I'll be back to give you some more electrifying news in regards to Diddy.
Y'all, I went down the Diddy rabbit hole. I know y'all sick of me reporting on Diddy, but I actually got some information that I want to share. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Tisa Tells. You have to go to her YouTube page, subscribe, because she be giving it up.
Yes.
So, then that did an interview, and in that interview, he low-key gave up some tea. So a lot of people were looking at Clive Davis as the one that's been funding Diddy's, ventures. I didn't think that he was funding Diddy's ventures. I just feel like he had an idea of these allegations that came out about Diddy. Like, as long as you're making me money, I don't care about what you do. You're making me millions, I'm good. But Dane put us on game. The man that Diddy is affiliated with has deep pockets. He's a billionaire.
For real.
You're gonna make the connections to see where Diddy got his behavior from. So, how does the basketball player of all time make more money in his
I told you that's Ron Burkle she's talking about. Tisa Tell did that. She revealed it all.
see how Comcast wanted black-owned networks. They told Dame to move forward, we need $100 million cash. Dame was like, my pocket's deep, but $100 million cash deep. So he said, I'm gonna make $100 million in content, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see you. So how did Diddy, Big Willie, slide up in there and was like, yo, let me get that? Inquiring minds wanna know, right? They are referring to this billionaire as Diddy's sugar daddy. They call him the Godfather. It is said that he is the godfather of Diddy's kids, this billionaire. Meet Ron Burkle, aka Ronnie B. That's what I'm gonna call him. This is where Diddy been getting his money from. So we over here thinking, yo, Diddy getting paid, like Diddy getting money. Yeah.
He a high class prostitute. That's what I said. He a high class prostitute. Diddy is the sugar baby, Naughty Crew. Diddy is the sugar baby. Mm-hmm.
He was getting money because he was getting the money from his artists, and he wasn't paying his artists. So let's just put that out there. Diddy's pockets was not deep like that. According to Forbes, when he bought Regal, that's when it put him in the billionaire status. But this is the money. That's the money, guy. That's where Diddy was getting all of his funds from.
Who wouldn't know? Diddy is #1 sugar baby in the world. Tooting and twatting everywhere, honey. Diddy is a sugar baby. Mm-hmm.
Ronnie B's net worth is $3 billion. Ronnie B is rumored to be the person that had lobbied for Diddy to get his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And also gave him a coming out party.
And when Ronnie B helped Diddy acquire this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, he threw him an extravagant party. And guess where this party was at? Guess where this party was at? His Beverly Hills estate. Y'all can go look it up. Y'all remember seeing these pictures floating around? And I was like, why is he drama? You know what? Like, I was like, he's doing too much. Well, this is Zach Posen. That's who.
Remember 50 said, Diddy like to hug you. He the type of dude that like to hug you from the front and the back.
He was in the last photo. But who is Zach Posen?
Who is Zach Posen?
23-year-old fashion whiz Zach Posen caught the eye of P. Diddy as the hip-hop mogul was going all in on apparel. The two struck a joint venture deal that Sean John invested in Posen's design company and becoming an equal partner. You're like, damn, Diddy pockets is like really fat. No, it was him sugar daddy. He went to his sugar daddy and was like,
make it rain.
See you that Ronnie invested in Zach Posen. Let me show you. Lucky.
Look at all these.
John, Scoop, Garage, Zach Posen. That's Ronnie B with Bill Clinton.
Told y'all.
So whatever P. Diddy wanted, he went to him sugar daddy, and him sugar daddy basically was splurging, backing him in the investments.
That ain't the only thing he was backing him in.
See, it's not me calling him the sugar daddy. Look, they call him a sugar daddy right there.
Yeah.
Do y'all not see what a heavyweight this man is? So pretty much, Ronnie D is the financial backing to Diddy.
So he's investing in fashion, he's investing in toys, big stuff. Bill Clinton, that his friends and advisors are Bill Clinton, Leonardo DiCaprio, used to be Epstein, but he ain't here, allegedly. All right. He's in media tech, Relativity Media, Black Book Media, Airbnb, Artist Group International, Four Squares, Flipboard. And just for fun, he's in Pittsburgh. He's invested in Pittsburgh Penguins, Soho House, Fashion Holdings, and Sean John, Scoop, Gerard, Stephen Webster, Barney. And in toys, he's invested in Boeing 757, London Home, and Harrods Lloyd. He's also invested in Whole Foods and Barnes and Nobles. Costco Swirl Gang said, this man pockets go deep.
But let's get into the part where we are looking at Ronnie D like this is where Diddy got his behavior from. Do you see where it says toys and it says that Ronnie D has a Boeing 757? That Boeing 757 is called Air Force One. Do you guys know that Ronnie D, his name was on Epstein's private flight log?
Told y'all he was connected to Epstein. His name was on Epstein's private flight log. Ronald Burkle's name was found in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book and on Epstein's private jet log. Burkle took what were described as humanitarian trips to Africa with Bill Clinton on Epstein's private Boeing 727, the Lolita Express. Mm-hmm.
And it is said that P. Diddy's name was supposedly on that flight log. Let me give y'all some tea. The correctional facility where Epstein was being held, I have a friend that worked there. He was able to pull up some information. And that friend confirmed to me that they saw said things. So all of your fan favorites and celebrities that was set to be on that flight log, yeah, they was on it. Bum, bum, bum. So Ronnie B was running with Epstein. And Diddy is running with Ronnie D.
All right, so you guys just saw and heard that.
Okay, we establishing patterns of behavior here, people. Let's get into it.
Now listen, I don't care how powerful this billionaire is. I don't care about how much money he gave Diddy. He was not able to stop the onslaught of accusations that surfaced and came out. And Cassie initially filed this lawsuit and others following and lobbying to hold Diddy accountable for all the fuckery that he's done to people. Now, the one thing that I will say is that when you have these powerful people, these powerful billionaires in your corner, you know, you can feel like you're...
It stopped. I don't know what happened. But it's all temporary. They'll let you feel like you on top of the world for a little while until you start getting on their nerves and start costing them money and start causing them problems. And then they figure out plans to get rid of you. Token black boy. I don't know what happened, guys. Okay, cut off. Usually that. Yeah, it was a commercial.
Bucks County's local tourist. There are so many holiday traditions and things to do in Bucks.
I'm glad y'all listening to this with me. Oh, it started over.
Damn. Things.
Oh, something wrong. Oh my God, you think it's the Illuminati? It won't work. Oh, we got cut off. Guess I'm gonna have to catch that. Let me see if it work on the TV. Yep. I believe so too. Swirl game. Thank you so much, Shavy. Something happened to the video. You think the Illuminati cutting this off? Or maybe tough is. Let me see if it'll work on my TV. And then is Tisa live? Oh. I'm about to go over to AT2. I'm about to go over to AT2.
This new veneer is bringing smiles back to millions for less than $30. So you can have the radiant smile you deserve. And lobbying to hold Diddy accountable for all the fuckery that he's done to people. Now, the one thing that I will say is that when you have these powerful people, these powerful billionaires in your corner, you know, you can feel like you're.
It keeps freezing in the same spot. Something must be wrong. Something must be wrong. Oh, we had a 2-hour mark. We're over 2 hours. So it's time for me to go ahead and say good night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Bo, 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 bo. Please hit the like button before you go. Bo, 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 bo. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Bo, 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 bo. Hey, James. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. I'm about to go over to AT2 channel to see what he's talking about. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed evening. And thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all kind of helped me get through something, believe it or not, because I had to put my car in the shop. And I got the bill total today. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be all right, though. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Shout out to my subs. Shout out to my moderators. And shout out to my new subs to come. We almost to 2K. Let me give y'all the count before we leave. Ooh, we at 1,962 subs. So I'm excited. We are almost there. Oh, this is my Cash App. Right here. Why this thing acting stupid right now? Don't be like that. That's my Cash App. Thank you to you all. I appreciate y'all supporting me. I really, really do. And I hope y'all all have a wonderful, wonderful evening because a lot goes into this. And I love the great content creators. Voodoo Doll, Tisa Tells is some of my favorite. AT2 is always at the top of my list. You know, that's just how it goes, you guys. So until next time, Naughty Crew, because I'm sleeping in tomorrow, okay? Y'all got me 3 times today. I'm sleeping in tomorrow, and I love y'all to pieces. Good night, everybody. 1.